Live from the Canadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. In the headlines, Shantimel residents outraged as a man charged for rape is relocated to their community. Chinese business owners attacked in January still fearful but preparing to resume business in Grenville. Pregnant women reminded of their safe options after an abandoned newborn was found in Karakou. CARICOM takes large step towards eliminating roaming charges in the region. Coming up in regional developments, Jamaica's Labour Minister announces 28.5% increase in national minimum wage. Internationally, U.S. President Joe Biden announces new sanctions package against Russia as the Russia-Ukraine tensions rise. And coming up a little later in sports, Grenadian fast bowling duo selected to Regional Presidents 11 to take on England in warm-up match. The details of these and other stories are straight ahead. Stay with us.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Blossom Alexis Welsh with the details. The people of Shantimel St. Patrick's say they are prepared to take matters into their own hands if the authorities refuse to overturn a decision made in court to relocate a man accused of rape to their community. Chrislina John has tonight's top report.
Glendon Augustine, representing Shantimel residents, told GBN News of a bitter moment for the people in his community.
After this situation here with the media today, we are going to do a petition where we are going to get some signatures asking the authorities to get the national out of Shantimel for us, please. After we done this petition, we will take it to the relevant authority and we will wait. And if there is no response after we respond today to the media, after respond with our petition letter, if there is no response, I think we have to go back to basics. We will have to call the village together and we will have to take matters in our own hands.
They are disgruntled over the decision taken by the court to have Candidas Maturin, a St. Lucian citizen who was charged for 4 counts of rape and 2 counts of indecent assault, relocated to Shantimel St. Patrick. The 38-year-old landscaper resided at Mount Granby, St. John, prior to being charged for the sexually related crimes.
The bothering things about that now is that nobody knows how it arrived for he to be in Shantimel. We don't know who take the bail. We don't know which house in Shantimel it is in. And it's like a monster that is within the village. And we don't know when he's going to strike again.
Augustine says they want answers.
There is a lot of questions that still pointed out to us, which is only those in authority, which I consider to be the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police, how they arrived at that situation to send this person to Chantimel. They are calling on a speedy, immediate action to be taken with that situation at present.
He explained what is even more bothersome is that the individual's whereabouts are unknown. Augustine says the relocation comes just as they are beginning to breathe a sigh of relief after a man who terrorized their community for months was recently removed. Mathurin made his first court appearance before the St. George's Magistrates Court on Monday. He was granted bail in the sum of $50,000 with one surety. However, he had some additional conditions as ordered by the court. He had to surrender all travel documents, have no contact with the virtual complainant and all witnesses, and report to the Union Police Station every Wednesday. Mathurin will reappear in court in April. Christina John, GBN News.
Officers of the Criminal Investigation Department and Rapid Response Unit conducted an operation on Wednesday and executed a search warrant at the home of Messiah Charles of Woburn St. George and confiscated drugs and a firearm from the home. One 9mm caliber firearm and 25 packages with cannabis weighing 12.7 pounds were found. The 35-year-old bartender was later detained for questioning in relation to the offenses of trafficking in a controlled drug and possession of a firearm. In unrelated news, officers attached to the Hermitage Police Station conducted an operation on Tuesday at Upper Hermitage St. Patrick, where 177 cannabis trees were found, ranging from 1 foot to 6 feet in height. Up to news time, no one was arrested. Moving on, the perpetrator who attacked 2 Chinese business owners almost 1 month ago remains on the loose. But while the victims are said to be recuperating in good spirits, they are still uneasy. Here's Christina John with this update.
1 month after being hospitalized with severe chop wounds following a late-night attack, 2 restaurant owners in St. Andrew are now out of the hospital, but still fearful for their lives. Last month, Jack Su and his mother were attacked by a man while on their way home after closing their business, a popular restaurant they operate in the town of Grenville. The attack on the Cookhill residence had community members sad and heartbroken. Speaking to GBN News on Wednesday, Jack says he and his mother are recovering well. However, out of an abundance of caution, they prefer not to be seen or heard. The mother and son, who are Chinese nationals, have been living in the parish for more than 7 years. Jack says they are likely to reopen for business sometime next month. Meanwhile, officer in charge of the police's Community Relations Department, ASP Desmond Richards, says the perpetrator remains at large. A number of suspects have been questioned. However, no arrests have been made. He said tremendous effort and time is put into this matter to find the culprit. For GBN News, Janelle McDonald.
The Minister of Culture has spoken and the people are ready, including residents of the town that never sleeps, who say the resumption of Spice Mass was long overdue. We get more in this Cherry and Blackman-Stephen report.
The announcement many revelers had hoped for was made on Tuesday by Culture Minister Yulan Bin Hosford.
Well, I am proud and I'm happy to announce that Spice Mass 2022 is on August 8th and 9th, 2022.
GBN took to the streets of Guelph St. John to find out from the people who live in the place known as the town that never sleeps.
Well, it's a very good thing for all who want to enjoy themselves. And I think this have safe participation in everyone shall bring a good carnival and a nice carnival for us. All the time I participate in carnival because I'm a born Grenadian. Well, I'm looking forward to play a clean and fair mass and a safe mass to prevent yourself from any harm and danger.
A couple of years now we're waiting for it, but because of the pandemic, we all have to understand what's happening. So we just have to follow the protocol. So if it's a carnival this year, it's a plus, because we realize all the people have fallen straight in, so that could ease up some of the stress.
I feel happy in a way. I'm not really a mass player,
But for people who love the culture, I'm feel happy as for a long time going, they don't get a little, going also. Foreigners go come, things go sell.
Yeah, I feel good, man. Yeah, to have a carnival again. Yeah, I feel real good to have a carnival again. Why? Because we go through 2 years without mass, and to have mass now is a real good thing.
I feel good because that is part of the culture in Grenada.
The patron said mass can be played in the midst of the pandemic if the protocols are adhered to.
COVID, we cannot worry about these things that we have to live through, because it is existing between us. The only thing we have to take care of ourselves in whatever activity or whatever we do and take the precautions.
Yes, COVID is there, so we still have to be careful, as I say, Yes. We said, with the protocol and, with this big gathering and whatsoever, because I watched something happen with a show just last week gone, and I was very disappointed to see the breakdown barricade and all. That was looking real bad. Well, in a way, you have to be worried. Don't worry about it, because you have to still protect yourself, because you never know what could happen. Yes, you go have a die on stage and then boop, you just pick up. But so I would like to tell people, yes, enjoy it, but still protect yourself.
I didn't worry about it long. I didn't start in COVID. I want to play a mass.
All we have to do to mask up and take care and protect yourself.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
It's a new day for ICT within CARICOM as a signed declaration toward the reduction of intra-CARICOM roaming charges will now change how Caribbean nationals can stay connected to family and friends when traveling within CARICOM countries. Let's get more in this report from Rena Pear-Thomas.
Caribbean nationals will soon see a significant reduction in roaming charges by their network providers when traveling to other CARICOM countries. This comes as CARICOM's lead head for science and technology, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, along with representatives from Cable and Wireless and Digicel, signed a declaration for the reduction of intra-CARICOM roaming charges on Wednesday. The ambit of the declaration will be implemented this year and is intended only for CARICOM citizens and will not include international visitors. President of the Caribbean Telecommunications Union, Melford Nicholas, says after years of discussion, the initiative finally came through after political intervention in 2020.
A collaboration forum involving representatives of government, civil society, and the telecommunications operators was convened by the CTU to develop regional ICT policy recommendations in matters which included intra-CARICOM roaming. The reports from the collaboration forum, while not conclusive, nonetheless informed further action on the roaming matter and led to a political intervention in 2020 that eventually resulted in the 2021 negotiations between a CARICOM team coordinated by the CTU, Cable and Wireless, and Digicel. We celebrate the products of those negotiations today.
With CARICOM working towards the creation of a single ICT space, the removal of roaming charges is seen as key to reducing inefficiencies, lowering costs, and increasing productivity as part of the digital transformative initiative. Both Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell and lead head of government with responsibility for CSME, Barbados's Prime Minister Mia Mottley, agree that this is a step towards a roam-like-at-home agreement, similar to the European Union, eliminating roaming charges on voice, data, and SMS messages.
This is a large step, but we're still short of our destination to eliminate roaming completely, so that we today recognize, as do the telecoms providers, the heads of government, that this is a journey. And from today, my friends, there really can be no turning back.
That our citizens will have options to use their mobile phones as they move freely within the single space at reduced costs. Our citizens will be able to travel without the fear of incurring the normal exorbitant charges for voice and data usage as they conduct business and keep in touch with loved ones.
Representatives from both Digital and Cable and Wireless at the sign-in ceremony expressed their commitment to adding value for customers by reducing roaming charges. Cable and Wireless Communications Vice President of the South Caribbean, Coley Prescott, encouraged heads of government to review some of their taxes to see more reduction.
Flow is in the business of connecting people and creating value in their lives. And from our perspective, if we are to continue on this journey to reduce roaming rates and charges, we also need our partners in government to re-examine the level of license fees and universal service contributions and duties on taxes on network equipment and infrastructure to allow us to pass on further reductions to our valuable mutual subscribers and nationals.
Nationals are expected to see up to 70% saving in roaming charges due to this declaration, as the rates will vary based on the provider used. The sign-in ceremony of the declaration was held at the Grenada Trade Center Annex on Wednesday morning. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
This is GBN Primetime Edition of News. Coming up, private sector believes another conversation must be held if efforts to address minimum wage can be done earnestly. More news is next.
My grandson feels he was a big man before he reached secondary school.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
Physical violence, threats, controlling behavior, and being disrespectful are no-nos in any relationship. Parenting together after a breakup can be difficult, but always speak and behave in ways you would want your children to speak and act. You cannot control what your ex-partner does, but you can control how you choose to respond to your ex and what behaviors you display to your children. Parents, display behaviors you will want your children to learn. A respectful child begins with you. Step up your parenting game. My family matters.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Get the kind of value you love that's unmatched at Courts Now. We're unmatched in quality and prices. Get appliances, electronics, furniture, and much more. You will love it. Get it now and pay nothing for 30 days with Ready Finance. Plus, shop now and get a chance to win a luxury staycation for 2. Now that's unmatched value. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2022.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
On Sunday, February
February 27th, Mega Force Promotions presents the 36th edition of Waggy Virtual Bingo. Purchase a ticket now for your chance to win US $10,000. Tickets cost only $10 US. Get yours today from numerous box offices island-wide in Grenada. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. So, if you need cash now, remember, Sunday, February 27th, join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggy Virtual Bingo and win!
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
The more you mind your business, the less you mind your car. The less attention you give to your car, the more you draw attention, but the wrong kind. Our business is to make sure that no one rides on your car and to see to it that when you pull up, you do so in style, clean and crisp. JP's Magical Car Wash, Morris Bishop Highway, 419-5855.
Leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
My grandson feel he was a big man before he reached secondary school. Telling me about new gadgets to make life easy. But he busting up the food his granny cook with her 2 hands. And Kern's a good boy. I know. I raised him. I know he doesn't like seeing me work too hard. He worries. Before I had my first heart attack, he was excited to live near his university campus. So I felt guilty when he decided to live at home to take care of me. And getting to class and back, he would travel, he said. But I got him a little car anyway, much safer. He graduated, recently got married, and he's doing well for himself with all his tech. He still thinks he knows more than me, but to be honest, I don't know how I would have managed without him.
Your life is your story. Let's help you write it on your terms. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. While some sectors, including trade unions and workers in Grenada, have been calling for the minimum wage issue to be addressed meaningfully, others are looking on with an apparent sense of caution. The private sector believes another conversation must be held if efforts to address minimum wage can be done earnestly. Here's Gerard Joseph with that story.
The COVID-19 pandemic has cut open wounds of economic strife among ordinary citizens who are faced with rising inflation, cost of living increases, while salaries remaining the same or even slashed in some cases. As the conversation on minimum wage continues, Private Sector Senator Christopher Dialli says a change of mindset of Grenadians will be critical to ensure any minimum wage increase is effective. Senator Dialli says the discussion is not as simple and straightforward, noting the complexities of adjusting minimum wage for the entire country and categories of workers.
But alongside minimum wage will come the issue of attitude to work and our efficiencies and productivity. And that is also an important conversation that we need to have. I am of the strong view, that in Grenada, a lot of us choose what work we want. In other words, we choose not to work. And we have a lot of difficulty in certain industries like construction and agriculture and others, where we're seeing a lot of men in particular liming and just not working, and you'll hear the complaints from employers in those areas.
Prime Minister Dr. Kit Mitchell was recently quizzed on the issue and noted that Labour Minister Peter David has been tasked to lead the process of engagement with the various stakeholders. The private sector senator says the poor attitudes and efficiencies of employees at the workplace will have to be superimposed with the minimum wage conversation. He reiterates that adjusting the minimum wage upwards is not enough by itself.
What he would have done is given me a few more dollars that could help in terms of how I meet costs. But if costs are far outstripping how minimum wage could improve, then we're still in the same situation. And my thing is that conversation minimum wage has to be had together with how we work and our attitude to this work thing, so that we can improve our efficiencies.
Senator Diali says the culture and environment within the Caribbean are major contributing factors to workers' mindsets.
Because when we leave here and we go to Canada and the US and England, we work 2 and 3 jobs. Why? Because we had to make the monies to pay the rent and eat and have heat and wear the necessary clothing. In Grenada, we do have change in temperature, so it's one set of clothing. We could cook a pot on the side of the road every day, and eating is not tied to walking. So we live a really good life in this part of the world when it comes to that, and that affects how people work. Because a guy could say, why go and fight up in construction as a laborer for $60, $70, or $80 a day when I can sit on the side of the road and eat well and so on.
Thus, the private sector senator notes that the conversation on a change in mindset must be had in order to truly hold discussions on minimum wage increases. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The western side of the island has grown synonymous with the issue of major landslides and rockfall, and early Wednesday morning was no different. Here's Joseph Cadeau with this report.
A quiet night for one resident of Grand Roy St. John was interrupted by a loud crash in the wee hours of Wednesday morning. Norma Chance McEwen said she was asleep when she was awakened by a loud crash at 2 a.m. that she soon found out was a fallen boulder. The boulder had crashed through the wall of her neighbor's house. McEwen gave a detailed account of the incident.
Well, this morning, in the little sleep, I heard the bang. When I heard the bang, like that. See, man, I got a stone come down. So I watch out in the window. I didn't see nothing, but I say, if he come down, he go stay on the bank, he mightn't. So about a few minutes after a vehicle pass, I say, no you must be on the bank. So this morning, when I wake up, Tamanda left to go to work, and then she come and say, Mommy, you know a stone come down and go in 5 cents house? So I came out now, when I came out, and I watched there, and see that big huge stone inside 5 cents house. Nobody wasn't in the house. Yes, when they come out away, they stay there.
She says fallen boulders have become somewhat of a norm for residents in the area. However, concerns have now lessened because of the frequency of the incidents.
Yeah, well, so normally come down because all these come out on top of there. And when you reach, sometimes you stand the bank there. Yes, you must be afraid because when you watch up there, don't go rock and stone greening. You must be afraid. You must be afraid to live around here.
McEwen is hoping that some intervention can bring an end to the continuing issue.
You have to speak the owner of the land too. You might have to tell them because they want to cut down some of the trees. And if you cut down the trees, all the roots, and it's more dangerous for the people underneath. If the government could, come and check the thing and put some of the thing like what they do in Kotomeli, it will be good for the people around. Yeah.
On January 16, 1991, Grenada recorded its worst vehicular accident in history when a boulder fell on a passenger bus in Concord, St. John, killing all 9 people on board. Joseph Cador, GBN News.
The Child Protection Authority is reiterating that there are various safe and legal options to be considered if parents are unable to care for their newborn babies. Let's go to Christelina John for this report.
On the heels of an unfortunate situation where a baby was birthed and abandoned beneath a house in Carriacou late last week, the Child Protection Authority is reiterating that there are alternatives for people who do not want to be parents. In an exclusive interview with Alternative Care Supervisor at the Child Protection Authority, Chanel Phillip, she explained what provisions are made in circumstances like these.
If a parent approaches us and says that they are unable to care for their child and they wish for us to remove their child from their care, we wouldn't just remove them. We will investigate the circumstances, see what support that parent needs to enable them to parent their child, and try to signpost them or support them in the caring. If it is determined for our assessment that that parent really cannot parent that child, albeit through mental health, drug addiction, domestic violence, we will assess that the child cannot remain in that situation and start the same process of investigation.
Philip further explained that if through intervention with the child's parents the situation does not change and it is determined that the child may not be safe in their care, then the CPA will step in.
So the process will start once we've received the referral, be it from the police, a community member, hospital, any concerned person who make a referral. We will then go out and investigate the circumstances and make an assessment of the child's situation to determine if removal from their family home is necessary. If that assessment concludes that it is necessary, we will then look for family members to assist in the care of the child. We don't like to remove children from their family setting unless we absolutely have to. If kinship care is not available or not suitable, those who present themselves are not assessed to be suitable, we'll then remove that child and place them in state care, either in foster care or in a children's home.
In the meantime, police say the mother of the abandoned baby boy has since been located and has been assisting investigators. Officer in charge of the Community Relations Department, ASP Desmond Richards, says situations like these do not always warrant an arrest, as sometimes a bit of counseling is a better alternative. Christelina John, GBN News.
And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Akisha John has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
Tonight's Social Buzz focuses on GBN's nightly news, the launch of Renegade Rums, the long-awaited official opening of what is purported to be the best premium rum in the world is already bringing recognition and benefits to Grenada. Local employment and creation of something intrinsic to Grenada were some of the highlights of the launch of Renegade Rum Distillery. GBN brought this story and you, our online audience, took to the comments section to air your views. Shireen James, I'm still curious to know how much of an impact this elite rum will have on Grenada's economy, especially seeing as the company might be foreign. Angus Baptiste, we really don't need more rum on the island. Ezekiel Randall Samuel, tremendous investment with immense potential. The one-ton deforestation will qualify us for much needed green climate fund. Kerrigan Thomas, another national sellout, and it's such a pity that this sugarcane project wasn't intentionally initiated by Grenadians. Not everything that comes to Grenada is good for the island. Wins Kwame, when I see the sugarcane plantation on GBN and the slave owner descendants, it reminds me of drawings from 1700 slave plantations. What a return to 400 years ago. Can we think? Haven't we got brains and ability? Fred Parker, an excellent initiative here in my village. I know many people who have found full-time employment from the field up to management. This is the type of investor we need, not the conmen and picaroons that have been the rule for all but 4.5 years of the last 27. That is it for tonight's Social Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And coming up, businessman Captain Harris makes donation to the Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Tivoli. That story is next.
Run Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
It's finally here. The long-awaited historical drama, Julian Fedon, is finally here. One man with a sense of destiny. 14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
Julian Fedon, presented by Heritage Theatre Company in conjunction with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, the Grenada Cooperative Bank, the Grenada National Lotteries Authority. Opening Saturday, 12 February, 7 p.m. at the Trade Center, and continuing. Experience the conflict.
Close down their churches, every one of them.
Feel the passion. The epic drama of a people caught up in a desperate struggle for freedom.
Seems to me like you are trying to get yourself killed.
Julian Fedon, bring out the entire family and enjoy an experience in Grenadian theater.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
What if there was a place in Grenada that was close to Grand Dance Beach, within walking distance of restaurants and attractions, and you didn't have to pay hundreds of dollars to stay there? Guess what? There is. Look us up.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Welcome back. For For quite some time, members of the Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Tivoli have been trying to accumulate funds toward the refurbishment of the surroundings at the church, which has become difficult to do in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. After reaching out to a businessman in the south of the island, they were able to secure some accessories for their cathedral.
The Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Tivoli, St. Andrew, is the recipient of 8 fans, a donation from Captain Harris, Sweet Grenada, towards enhancing the service at the church. Matthew Harris, commonly known as Captain Harris, owner of Captain Harris Sweet, says the donation was made possible through public support of his establishment.
Because of you, the people that continue coming at Captain Harris Sweets, I am happy to stand here today and donate these funds to the church in Tivoli. When we get the call that the church needed the funds, we immediately, myself and my hard-working staff, immediately decide to donate these funds.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Michael Francois accepted the gifts on behalf of the parishioners at the church. He says the funds will go towards enhancing the conditions in the building. The members, he says, have been trying to upgrade the surroundings themselves for some time, but has been less than successful due to restrictions created by the COVID-19 pandemic.
We have been discussing ways of enhancing our environment at the church, and we were contributing to fundraisers in having these items and other items replaced at the church. But over the last few years, we were not able to have our main fundraiser, which is our annual harvest. So in discussions, we noticed that some of our fans are really in bad shape, and we have some projects that we are doing at the moment at the church to ensure that our environment remains in a condition that we want it to be. And so after I would have heard of the donations that Mr. Harris has been making to various communities, I immediately contacted him and let him know that we were doing some projects, and invited him to choose one that we would want to assist. And he gladly and readily accepted and quickly said that he's going to donate those funds to the church.
The handover was held at Captain Harris Suites along the Grandance Main Road on Monday.
And now let's take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
I saw cruises with a whale in the calm waters of Grenada. Did you know that Grenada had a whaling station and that whales still inhabit our waters? That's the question asked by our eyesore reporter, who captured a video of this fascinating species having a relaxing swim in our spicy waters. As early as 1869, schooner logbooks reported humpback whales off the southwestern coast of Glover Island in Grenada. This small uninhabited islet subsequently holds an interesting piece of Grenada's history for being the former home to a Norwegian whaling station. In the winter of 1923 to 1924, to study the feasibility of a commercial whaling operation off Grenada. In 1993, whale watching began in Grenada on a modest level, mainly directed towards dolphins as an extension of marine sailing tours out of St. George's. We thank our eyesore reporter for this submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052, our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. The weather, sports, regional and international news are all up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
for business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
She was my life, caring for me, loving me from a baby. COVID came and she never left the house. She felt safe there. Just turned 80. She kept saying, son, go take the vaccine so you could come and see me. I miss you. And never did. Because I'm young and I'm strong, and people on Facebook say the vaccine don't really protect you. I went to see her because I thought I was fine. I had no symptoms. She was so happy to see me. I had COVID and I did not even know. Being vaccinated would have helped. I just know it. I just know it. I'm so sorry, Granny. I'm so sorry.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandance. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Let's start the new year on a high, a detox high, because it's detox time again at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Check out our many detox packages starting from $100 or get 15% off on colonic irrigation therapy. Detoxing can help with liver and blood cleansing, weight loss, constipation, acid reflux, kidney stones, heavy metal removal, gas and bloating, and more. Call or WhatsApp us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. Ask about our delivery options. Visit us now. Bruce Street Mall, store number 1208, or Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. Our opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Detox your way to health. These specials ends on March 31st or while stocks last.
experienced drivers. You've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
Sunday, February 27th. It's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
This is the last time that you will hear me for a while. This is the last time that you will hear me for a while.
Don't miss the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Tune into this station Sunday, February 27th. In time, 2 p.m. Jamaica time.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
And now here's the public weather forecast for the state of Grenada. Tonight's minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The weather will be partly cloudy with a few light isolated showers becoming more frequent after midnight. Winds will be north-northeasterly to east-northeasterly at 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas will be moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be high at 8:45 tonight and low at 1 a.m. On Thursday, sunrise is at 6:26 a.m., sunset 6:17 p.m. It will be partly cloudy with a medium chance of some brief daytime showers, increasing in cloudiness overnight with occasional showers. On Friday, sunrise is at 6:26 and sunset 6:17. It will be partly cloudy with isolated daytime showers, becoming cloudy overnight with low to moderate nighttime showers and isolated thunder. Then on Saturday, sunrise and sunset 6:26 and 6:17. It will be cloudy with morning showers, some of which will be heavy, and isolated thunder showers are expected, but it will improve by late afternoon. And that's the weather report and forecast valid for tonight and the next 3 days. Stay tuned. Sports is next. Good evening, sporting fans. Let's bowl off with cricket. Preston McSween and Sherman Lewis have been selected for the CWI President's 11 squad for the 4-day warm-up match against England, which is a preview for the Apex Test Series in the Tour of the West Indies. The warm-up game is scheduled for March 1st to 4th at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua. Shane Dowich, the experienced wicketkeeper batsman, has been named as captain of the President's 11, with Raymond Reefer, the left-handed all-rounder, as vice-captain. Grenada's Preston and Sherman have been in fine form with the ball for the Windward Island Volcanoes and are joined by colleague and informed batsman Alec Athenaeus. Still in cricket, the West Indies men's squad for the first Apex Test match against England has also been named, with a maiden call-up for fast bowler Anderson Phillip and a recall for opener John Campbell. Both players were impressive in the first 2 rounds of the current West Indies Championship. The first Apex Test will be played at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium from March 8th to the 12th. The West Indies squad will assemble in Antigua from Friday for a training camp ahead of the Test series. The second Apex Test then heads to Barbados at Kensington Oval from March 16th to the 20th, before the third match bowls off at Grenada's National Stadium from March 24th to the 28th. Moving to athletics, as American athlete Fred Kerley and his coach, Grenada's Olympian Aline Francique, prepare for the 2022 season in Grenada, the decision as to which events the Olympic silver medalists will focus on this year is still undecided. Coach Francique, who is a pioneer quarter-miler for Grenada, says he views Kerley as an athlete who can compete in various sprint events and not just the 400 meters.
I think this year we still haven't decided what event we're going to do. So it all depends on the races we do leading up to the trials and what he feels better in. And like he talks to me and we talk to his manager and then we decide from there. But I think we're more leaning towards the 100 and the 200.
He says Grenadians will most likely get an opportunity to watch the U.S. athlete compete locally.
We have 2 meets in Grenada, so hopefully we get to run in those 2 meets here. So hopefully we'll get the Grenada people to come out and so they'll probably run, I don't know, probably 9 seconds or 19 points. But hopefully we're trying to see if we could get to compete here on the 2 meets. I think one on the 5th and the national championships, I think it's on the 12th. So we're trying to do these 2 meets because we leave on the 28th of March to go back.
And that's all the time we have for sports for now. Stay with us though. Regional and international news are up next. Tonight's regional news begins in Jamaica, where the Labour Minister, Carl Samuda, has announced a 28.5% increase in the national minimum wage. Effective April 1st, 2022, it will move from $7,000 per 40-hour work week to $9,000. Let's get more in this TVJ report.
The National Minimum Wage Advisory Commission submitted its report as far back as 2020 following consultations with stakeholders. But the Labour Minister, Carl Samuda, says at that time the pandemic was raging and the people were losing jobs. So with the country now on the path to economic recovery, Mr. Samuda says the government is now in a position to grant an increase in the minimum wage. Come April 1, the national minimum wage will move from $7,000 to $9,000 per 40-hour work week, a 28.5% increase. The minimum wage for industrial security guards will increase from $9,700 to $10,500 per 40-hour work week. There will also be an increase in the allowances payable to industrial security guards.
Firearm premium allowance will be increased from $48 to $51.95 per hour. The dog handlers premium allowance will be increased from $33 to $35.72 per hour.
Life insurance coverage with double indemnity protection and dismemberment coverage will also increase from $2.75 million to $2.976 million. It's been roughly a year since the National Minimum Wage Advisory Commission recommended the increase, and since then there have been renewed concerns about inflation. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin said point-to-point inflation was 9.7% for the 12 months up to January this year.
And finally, U.S. President Joe Biden has announced a new sanctions package against Russia, calling Moscow's recognition of 2 breakaway regions in eastern Ukraine as independent the beginning of a Russian invasion of its neighbor. Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher reports.
For weeks he's warned of sanctions. Now faced with what he sees as Russian aggression in Ukraine, Joe Biden has acted.
We're implementing full blocking sanctions on 2 large Russian financial institutions, VEB, and their military bank. We're implementing comprehensive sanctions on Russia's sovereign debt. That means we've cut off Russia's government from Western financing. We'll also impose sanctions on Russia's elites and their family members. They share in the corrupt gains of the Kremlin policies and should share in the pain as well.
The president has spent a lot of time with his national security team over the last 48 hours. They insist they've covered all possible moves from Moscow, and the next step by Vladimir Putin will dictate further US reaction. Biden still hopes for a diplomatic solution, but there was a warning to the American public an extended crisis might hit them in the pocket.
Defending freedom will have cost for us as well, and here at home. We need to be honest about that.
One expert says it makes sense that Biden hasn't thrown everything at Russia this early, leaving a diplomatic off-ramp.
They need to keep, part of their powder dry to see what his next move is. This gross violation, further violation of Ukrainian territorial integrity, there has to be a cost for that.
And that's all the regional and international news we have. Stay tuned. We'll recap the top stories next. Looking back at what made news tonight, Shantimel residents outraged as a man charged for rape is relocated to their community. Chinese business owners attacked in January still fearful but preparing to resume business in Grenville. Pregnant women reminded of their safe options after an abandoned newborn was found in Karakou. CARICOM takes large steps towards eliminating roaming charges in the region. In regional news, Jamaica's Labour Minister announces 28.5% increase in national minimum wage. Internationally, U.S. President Joe Biden announces new sanctions package against Russia as the tensions with Ukraine rise. And in sports, Grenadian fast bowling duo selected to Regional President's 11 to take on England in warm-up cricket match. That's the end of GBN News for Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Blossom Alexis Welsh. Enjoy the rest of your night.